Hey y'all, I hope everyone had a great weekend out there. No, I love today's podcast that I'm about to be showcasing because I get to actually talk to Arsibra, aka Rachel, or RC as a lot of people know her. Dude, she's super dope, really humble, and very has a really good energy about her when talking to her. It's awesome. Plus, I'm a little biased because well, she's my sister, so there's that. But yeah, dope ass content creator. Freaking kick back, relax, check it out, and enjoy. Okay, first of all, how are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm
Yeah.
just chilling. I got some Starbucks
Oh shit.
due to my.
Can I have some? I want
Here
some.
you go.
I heckle want some. I should have got some before when I got home. I was,
Yeah, it's a caramel macchiato.
that's what's up. That sounds hella good. Well, cool. Well, okay. For everyone else out there right now, welcome. Welcome to the podcast, y'all. This is episode 5. My name is Rel, and today we got the lovely, lovely Arsibra here, aka RC or Rachel.
Hi.
Feel free to introduce yourself.
uh, I mean, pretty much I'm mainly Final Fantasy. Uh, but I have been delving into other games like Hades so far. Um, but I mainly do a lot of multiplayer games. So Minecraft with friends, even going back to Monster Hunter World. So I'm pretty excited to get into that again.
Sweet.
Um, but yeah, pretty much I just been playing MMOs for the majority of like my gamer livelihood, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, for sure. That makes sense. Yeah, because
Yeah.
you're a content creator or Twitch streamer, of course, right?
hmm
Definitely. Question, actually, sidebar. You know the new Monster Hunter Rise is coming out in like
Yeah.
next month. Are you getting it?
I thought about it. I did play a little bit of the demo last night, but
Mm-hmm.
I only went through the actual tutorial. Um, but I haven't really hunted any monsters yet.
I didn't even know there was
So
a demo of it. I kind of
yeah,
want to
there's
get
a.
into that.
I suggest it. It's you could only do about 30 quests.
Mm-hmm.
So once you do like the tutorial, the basics, there's beginner and then an intermediate.
Mm-hmm.
You just choose between those four. I think
Ooh, is it similar to Monster Hunter World? Or is it
I
much
would.
different?
I feel like they got some aspects of Monster Hunter World, but it's mainly like the how it used to be.
Good. Okay, I'm cool with
Yeah,
that actually. Like how,
yeah.
yeah, I don't mind that. The last one I played before World was on the 3DS, I believe, not
Mm-hmm.
Monster Hunter. So I'm kind of used to that style. I'm down. I'm
Yeah,
interested.
it's not too bad. It's just the wire bug was a little bit of some adjustment to it.
Mm.
So that's gonna take some time to get used to, but I'm sure it's not gonna be too bad.
Oh, okay. Cool, cool. Well,
Greatest
okay.
thing though,
Mm.
they added a pupper
You did?
that you could mount on and ride around with.
Oh, it's gonna be a
Yeah.
big dog?
He's a medium sized dog, but you could actually mount him.
Really?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's gonna be hella cute. Oh, that's down. I know a lot of people are
Yeah,
gonna be cool with that.
they could fight too a little bit.
Oh, they can? Oh,
Yeah.
this is an upgrade from the Calico, the Monster Hunter World cats that you get to upgrade and stuff.
Yeah.
That you get to ride
It's
it.
kind of like those small monsters that you could ride around with in Monster Hunter World. So like
Hmm.
I don't know if that was in previous Monster Hunters, but uh I'm glad that they actually have it in this game now.
Yeah, same. That's actually pretty
Yeah.
cool. Yeah,
Mhm.
I don't know if it was either because I remember my friend playing a Monster Hunter World way back when, but I never, other than the 3DS one, I never got to play any. So I'm not too sure.
Yeah.
Not too sure. Okay, well, okay. So let me ask Rachel, what
Mhm.
got you into video games?
My brothers.
Oh, really?
It's really my brothers because they well they have the Super Nintendo. They have the S I wanna believe the SNES, but they also had the Sega. I'm sure there was other things too, but um I mean with two older brothers and then they're always playing with video games, I'm bound to actually go along with that too. It also helps too with the my elementary friends. They were all guys, so they play video games. They play Mario Party, so it kind of just stemmed from that.
Oh,
and then
okay.
up until now.
Got it. Got it. Wait. I have a similarity with that because my older brother, also was a gamer, and he had all those
Mm-hmm.
systems, SNES, Sega, whatnot, and yeah, I would always get the hand me downs. So I got the NES and
Yeah.
Sega first when he got the SNES, and it was like, yeah, that's how I was able to play a lot of my games. So
Yeah,
I
it's
totally
fun.
understand. Yeah.
I think I also got the multiplayer aspect from them too, because Fantasy Star Online Bluebirds was my first MMO.
Ooh.
Uh, I played it on my brother's PC, so I was able to interact with other people, and I really liked that, even
Mhm.
though they didn't know me at all. They probably don't
Yeah.
know that I was hella young too. um, but yeah, it was just I like that aspect a lot, and I wanted to uh like whenever I play a solo game, it's fun for the story, but then afterwards, like I want more replayability. I don't
Mhm.
really have that in other solo games.
That's
So that's why I
understandable.
play a lot of MMOs.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's totally dope, actually.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. Yeah, oh, I was say, what was your very first game you ever played?
Ooh, that's a tough. It's a tough one.
Yeah, to like think back, right? Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah. Uh, well, the earliest memory was like Bubsy on Super Nintendo, or
Ooh.
even yeah, the cat.
Yeah. For sure.
Bubsy or Donkey Kong Country 2, I
Mhm.
want to say. Mega Man X, but I I don't want to say it's Tetris. I
Okay.
want to believe it's Super Nintendo games.
Super Nintendo games. Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Got it, got it. Well, okay, so MMOs sound like your favorite genre then, MMORPGs.
Mm-hmm.
I know you're playing 14. We'll definitely get to that soon. Did you what other MMOs have you played?
uh, there's a lot, but the main ones, Guild Wars 2, Guild Wars 2, ESO, BDO.
Hmm,
I did play Rift. I did play a little bit of Terra.
okay.
Uh, there was another game. I really like this one MMO that was called Raider Z.
Raider
It
Z. I've
was,
never heard of that.
yeah. So I think they're from, I don't know if it was Perfect World that had them. Um, but it was a good game.
Hmm,
It's just the publisher or whichever company was managing it didn't do a very good job.
interesting.
So that one's closed for now.
Okay, okay.
It's kind of like Moss Hunter World, but uh like an action kind of MMORPG.
I see. Raider Z. I'll have to look into that later because I've never,
Yeah,
yeah, I've never heard of that one.
it was a fun game. Like I miss playing with the people that I met in there,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
and I don't know how they are right now, but I just hope
Oh.
they're having fun.
Well, hopefully they catch one of your Final Fantasy 14 streams at least. That'd be cool in the
I
future.
That would be cool.
Yeah, heck
That's what
yeah.
I'm hoping.
That'd be so dope. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
outside of Final Fantasy 14, again, we'll put that to the side. Any out of all those that you've mentioned, did you have any personal favorite?
Guild Wars 2 will always be a personal favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How come?
It's just it spoiled me a lot. Um After playing Guild Wars 2, when I go to other MMOs, I keep thinking, oh, why doesn't it have this feature? Like I
Oh.
want to play with my friends. And it's just there was a lot of nice, I guess, quality of life stuff that I liked in Guild Wars 2 that I wish it was in other MMOs.
Hmm.
Um so I just kept going back to Guild Wars 2, even though said I would take a break.
That's understandable. Like
Yeah,
it's when you get that game that's so good to you that, and then you try games from the same genre and whatnot. It's like it's hard to like not compare, compare,
pretty
contrast.
much.
So I get
And
you.
it's like their leveling is not the same as other MMOs where uh in basic or in just MMOs in general, you would have a quest and then uh that's how you level, or you would even do hunt monsters and all that.
Hmm.
But in Guild Wars 2 is you had to do hearts, you could hunt monsters too, but you could explore, and I like that aspect a lot. Like I like exploring, so if they have a tiny little area that doesn't seem like it's used for anything, but they actually have something in it, I like that.
Absolutely, that's dope.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Oh man, I missed that actually. I missed doing it because I got into Guild Wars 2 also, and I missed the
Hmm.
jump puzzles and questing that you get to do for
Yeah.
searching those hearts and stuff. That was
Yeah.
so fun.
They were.
Yeah,
That's
that was.
why I love taking screenshots in there.
Mm-hmm. Oh, totally. Yeah,
Hmm.
I missed that. Did you get to do any of the high level rating by any chance in that game?
No.
Oh, okay.
I
That's
wish I did, but
yeah, that's all right. I did like the later dungeons. That was about it. But I know I mainly
uh,
spent time on PvP.
yeah, the PvP was actually pretty nice. It was
Yeah,
different.
it
Like
was.
I think that's what people were a little bit kind of off about. Is just the combat and everything. It's not like a one two. It is a one two three four five six kind of style, but
Mhm.
it's not like a point and click or whatever. It's not BDO,
Yeah,
so it's interesting.
it is. I agree. I agree.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know. I loved the combat personally. It was fun. But
yeah.
yeah, I know like WVW's VW was huge. The World versus Worlds.
Hmm.
Yeah, that was gigantic.
Those are fun when
Oh,
you get a good group.
for sure, for sure. Okay, there is one game I always wanted to ask you about because I know you
Hmm.
mentioned it, but I've personally never played it, and I've only ever heard about this game from you and one other person. Radiata Stories.
Oh, oh
Yeah,
my
yeah, see,
god.
I knew it. You
Yeah.
mentioned this game before and how it was so big when you played it.
Yes.
Why
Uh
is that?
it's just the humor and everything. And also the graphics at the time. It was on PS2.
Okay, okay.
But the story, the fact that actually uh, you could recruit certain NPCs
Mhm.
uh based on how you're interacting with them every day. So it's not like you could get them right away. You have to like wait for a certain time or have to do a certain chain of events to get that person in your party.
Interesting.
Um and each one of them have like different abilities you could do. The combat was great. It was sort of kind of like Final Fantasy.
Okay.
Um but like you hit a monster or you encounter a monster, right?
Hmm.
And then you go into like this instance where you could battle them. But it was very action oriented.
Ah, I see. I see.
Yeah, you had to be careful what abilities you had. Um, and then there was like during the point in the story, there is a fork in the road that you have to choose between whichever path, and
Hmm.
whichever path you choose, that's gonna affect the later half of the story.
Oh, so okay. So the story does changes in the kind of the midpoint it sounds like, and it changes up everything you do from there on. That's cool.
Yeah,
I like
and
that.
then you get to see there's some NPCs you can't recruit anymore because of the path that you chose.
Oh, okay. So your decisions
Yeah,
matter then.
yeah.
So, okay, what is the I know it's probably been a long time since you played it, but what was like the very basic part of the story or the basis of the story?
Uh, Let me see if I can remember. It's practically humans versus fairy tale creatures and stuff,
Hmm.
or dragons, basically. And man, I forgot.
Oh, no, it's okay. It's
Yeah,
okay.
there's like a lot of about the story, but I just wish there was a sequel to it.
Yeah. I forgot who else I saw saying that they wish there was a sequel to that game because
Mm-hmm.
apparently that game really was very good. It just I never got to hear about it until you mentioned it, and then I don't think I got to search it up yet. But yeah, I just know
Yeah,
I know it from you. I was always interested why. I was always interested why. Um.
because
Mhm.
based on which path you choose and then the ending, it kind of left it off like, okay, what's next?
Oh, it
Yeah,
was very open ended.
in a way, like what did the hero or protagonist do after? Um, and again, it had some sort of a love story in it too, so that's why I kind of liked
Oh, that's sweet.
it.
Nice, nice. I kind of like those endings where it kind of leaves it open to interpretation. I
Hmm.
like those kind of endings. Um,
Yeah.
that's dope. That's dope. Well, okay. Is there any genre in particular that you don't really care about or don't care to play in regards to video games?
Uh, I want to say I want to say puzzle games, but that's not true because I do like puzzles sometimes.
For sure.
I think it's a game if it's a game that's dedicated to puzzles, and the
Hmm.
only way you could really progress um, is doing them one by one or after the other. It gets very daunting on my brain.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's. I mean, I like that they're created in a way where um like you practically have to keep thinking about it and stuff.
Hmm. Hmm.
If that makes sense.
No, yeah, no, that makes sense. That makes sense. But no, that's understandable too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know everyone has their preference on what they like and don't like, so
Mhm.
absolutely. Okay. Well then, when it comes to Final Fantasy 14 now,
Mhm.
what has you liking that game so much?
Socializing.
Yeah. Okay. For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like honestly, uh it's really the socializing in the game because if I already did a lot of the content and I feel like I already glammed up myself to the point where I don't need to think about it anymore. Like all there really is to it is just the people,
Mm.
and the people really make it fun for me because
I
it doesn't really matter what game it is. Even in Minecraft, I play with the same people too.
got it. Got it.
Yeah.
So yeah, okay. Question about communities and MMOs because I've heard they could be a mixed bag depending on. I know I used to
Mhm.
play World of Warcraft, and depending on what I know, the guild I was in back then, way back when in like Burning Crusade days, we
Oh.
were dope. It was fun. Those were
Mhm.
awesome times. But I know things change, and you know MMO communities can kind of be a hit or miss and depends.
Yeah.
What is your opinion of the Final Fantasy 14 community as a whole?
I want to say you'll still have those bad apples here
Hmm.
and there. Um, but if you could find people that you can click with, like just immediately, I say stick with it.
Yeah.
But as a whole, like they're very, very helpful.
Okay.
Like I feel like there's a bunch of ways that the devs made it so that they could help new players, people that are returning too. Like
Hmm.
if you ask the questions, sometimes, yeah, you'll have some people that are weird and off, but you'll get a majority of the people that will just help you out.
Awesome. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Huh. Is it I was gonna say, I would have to say, I'm guessing your community's like that too when it comes to Final Fantasy 14, right? They're very helpful and whatnot.
Yeah, I would say, like, even if I don't know everything, but they fill the holes that I am missing in that case,
Got it. Got it. Okay.
like
Oh,
any information.
hmm. Okay, so how far are you in the raids and stuff like that? Because I know progress is pretty deep right now.
Yeah, so I just made a casual static with some of my friends.
Mm-hmm.
So we're just getting into the still like the first Eden 9S, if that makes sense.
Eden
Um,
9S.
like the latest tier.
Okay. And then, oh yeah. So then I'm guessing the number in between is the higher tier or whatever. It goes from 1 to 9.
It's 9 to 12 for the current tier.
I see. I see.
Yeah, so we're just on the first one.
Ooh, how's it going?
uh, it's this tier really messes with your directions, so
Hmm.
it's you gotta know which one is left or right.
I
Sometimes I don't know even that at times.
I've I've seen some streams and some videos on like different people attempting different
Yeah,
parts of it. So it's been interesting. It's been interesting
it
to
messes
watch.
with
It's been fun.
yep, it messes with your brain a lot.
Really?
Yeah, it's
That's
like I
cool.
thought I was right.
Yeah. wait, wait. What boss is E9S?
That's the I don't know if it's like spoiler territory, but
No, it's fine.
Cloud of Darkness.
Oh yeah, from Final Fantasy 5.
Yeah,
Ooh.
she's pretty cool.
Okay,
She's pretty tough though.
that's pretty cool. Oh, sidebar.
Hmm.
I know you like Final Fantasy 14, obviously, but have you played any of the other Final Fantasies?
uh, that's a very good question. There is one on the Game Boy SP that I don't even know what it's called.
There's a game. Wait, what? Let me see. Game
Yeah,
Boy Final.
that's the only one I played, and I stopped at one point. I got back into it, but I didn't know where I stopped at, so I just decided not to go, play it again.
Oh, was it where you only use one character?
I think so. I know you could have a ship and travel around that way.
Game Boy SP Final Fantasy. I think you're talking about Final Fantasy Legend.
Is it Legend?
I think so. Did you didn't have multiple party members?
I think I had
Mm-hmm.
multiple party members.
Let me see.
I think.
Yeah, okay. Let me see.
It's been a long time.
Oh yeah, understandable.
Um, Besides that one though, I did play Chronicles, the one on
Oh,
the
Crystal
GameCube.
Chronicles?
Yeah,
Oh, did you play the original one?
is that on the GameCube?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, how'd you like that one? That one was fun. I love that
That was interesting. Because I was, I don't play that much Final Fantasy games. I only really watch my brothers play it.
one. Mm-hmm.
But I actually did like the gameplay. It was interesting.
Oh, I
It was
see.
more, I guess, strategic in a way.
Yeah, it was because you had to hold that urn or lantern or something like that as
Yeah,
you
I
were
didn't know
going
what to
through.
do with it.
Oh yeah, a lot of the time, yeah. It took. I know it took me and my friends a while to figure out what we were supposed to do. But yeah,
Yeah.
like yeah, you had to like keep it near you or whatnot, and then put it in
Mm-hmm.
a place near the end of the dungeon so it collects energy of some sort. Yeah, some shit like
Oh,
that.
that's what you
Yeah,
do.
that's what you
Okay.
do. Something like that. Okay, so if that's the case, 'cause, when it comes to the Final Fantasy 14 bosses and things that you fight, do you
Mm-hmm.
end up searching any of the references after?
After only if I have party members that mention, "Oh, this is a reference to this boss." Like who? Because
Oh, okay.
I have no idea.
Hmm.
Um, because I know in Stormblood there was a lot of references to other. I don't know which Final Fantasy game it was, but I didn't know what was going on because or what these
Oh,
characters meant. So
understandable.
sometimes I go and look, but sometimes I don't.
I see. Yeah, that one was reference to a lot of Final Fantasy 6. A lot of
Oh,
Final
Final
Fantasy.
Fantasy 6.
Mostly, but I think there was probably other stuff in between too. But a lot of
Yeah,
it was
because
6.
I know there was Fran, the bunny,
Okay.
in that
Okay.
Stormblood expansion. So
That's
I
one of them I remember. Did you get to fight like the train by any chance? Phantom Train?
oh yeah yeah yeah
Yep, that's 6. Did you get to fight Kefka?
yeah
6. Yeah, that's six's
like
boss right there.
all those raids.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So
That's
I thought those were cool.
those were cool. Oh, yeah, I've heard. I those ones are ones I need to play too. I don't know. I'm getting back into Final Fantasy 14 myself, so I want to play those one
Oh
day. I want
yeah,
to. One day.
I really recommend because the music is great.
Hmm.
Um, they make really nice screenshots.
Oh, I bet. I bet. Oh, tell me more about the screenshot part because I know you do some art stuff around that.
Mm-hmm. The Jipa, I honestly, that's one of the reasons why I like Final Fantasy 14 so much is their G pose feature.
Hmm.
Like, other than 14, BDO did have a nice camera feature, but it's not very, you can't really stop time with it. Um, with Final Fantasy 14, there's a lot of filters. They even have a sticker mode that they recently added a few months ago. Um, but there's just a lot that you can do with it, and you could expressions. If you have your own photo studio that you've created at your house, then you could use that. There's just a lot of things that you can do.
Okay. Okay. I know I've seen a few of your photos that you do like I guess cards or whatnot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, what got you into doing that?
I always wanted to have my own MMO cards of people when
Mm,
I was streaming because my whole theme before was like an MMO theme,
I see.
but I strayed away from that. I still wanted cards of people though, just to show my appreciation of their characters and just them in general.
Mm,
So 14 really allowed me to actually just take screenshots of their characters. Personally use Photoshop for that kind of thing for the cards.
mm, mm.
Um, so it's just really neat for me to, in a way, give back, even though it's not that much.
No, that's still dope though. That's a
Yeah.
good bit. And
Mm-hmm.
because it sounds like you're taking a screenshot through Gpose, right? Is it through Gpose,
Yeah.
and then taking that screenshot out using Photoshop to kind of customize from there?
Pretty much. It's kind of like a, in a way, like a photo shoot, but
Mm-hmm.
not really.
Oh, because you've had to take some photos in like some of the like during boss fights or stuff like that, right? Or in dungeons or anything?
For those, so you don't actually have to kill the boss or
Okay.
in the trials or anything like that. You could just, now that it's a new feature that they added months ago, but you could take out NPCs, PCs, or even the enemy. So
Mhm.
you could just completely take them out and just have the background itself.
And just take photo shoot there.
Yep,
Really?
it's real,
Wow. Wow. I didn't know they
and
did
they
that.
know it too.
Yeah. They were smart. That was smart for them to do.
Yeah.
Good job. Good job, Square Enix, on that one.
Like the screenshot community is really, really huge. Like there's
Oh,
a lot.
I see. I see. I see. That makes sense that they would do that then.
Mm-hmm.
Eh. I mean, yeah, Gpose in general is a huge app. So I'm on their Discord as well. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I agree with that being a huge community behind it. Um,
Yeah, it helps you think creatively too.
mm,
Even if you're not, a good drawer or anything, like you could still take pretty pictures.
yeah, totally. That's dope. That's dope
Yeah.
for sure. Um, was it? What do you see in the sense of? Do you see yourself playing the future expansions, going in further with that game? What do you see in the sense of the future of you in Final Fantasy 14?
I still think I'll be playing it for a very, very long time until they decide to. I hope they don't, but if they decide to close it, but I don't think they will.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking that they might have another Final Fantasy MMO though.
Yeah, understandable on
Yeah.
that. That's what I'm thinking too. Eventually, um,
Mhm.
yeah, I honestly I think Final Fantasy 14 can go for like another 5+ expansions. They still have
Yeah.
so much content to squeeze out from different Final Fantasies, plus their
Yep.
story. Which, by the way, Final Fantasy 14 story. What do you think about that?
It's it's
It's so
like
good.
Shadowbringers is really good. It's
Yeah.
just I don't know what they're gonna do now.
Oh wow. Fortunately, they have a good bit with the whole worlds or whatnot, or like going back to saving or going back against that one bad guy, the main
Yeah.
one. So
There's
that's
just a
for
lot of worlds though.
I
It's like
know.
14.
Yeah, it's deep. It's deep.
Mhm.
Yeah, no,
I
that
mean,
story is
if
good
they
though.
yeah, if they continue to, I mean, I wouldn't mind if they continue to expand it in the new Final Fantasy MMO
Hmm.
if they decide to create it. It's just the only thing that myself and a lot of people would be sad about is the fact that we spent so much time on our characters in
Yeah,
14. So I don't know if they're going to add anything to um, bring this character to that new MMO.
that's
I
a good
wish that was the case, but
that's a
who
good
knows?
question. Yeah, yeah, because it would be understandable if they did a complete fresh start as well.
Yeah.
Seeing is this, I don't know how I never played 11, but this 14 in particular really does take a lot from all the single player Final Fantasies. So
Mhm.
it's hard to say if they did make a new MMO, like say is Final Fantasy 17 or 18, if they were to kind of go that same route, or they might just really make a complete new lore and story when it comes to all the
Yeah,
monsters and stuff. Who knows? Who knows? I
because we're
kind of
so
wonder.
attached
Yeah,
to
right.
a lot of characters.
I
It's
know. That's
ah.
understandable. I get that. And I would be too.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's dope. Okay,
It is.
you know you haven't played Final Fantasy, not even 7? or 9 or any of those?
No, I only watched.
Oh man, Final Fantasy 9 is my personal favorite, and 6 is up there too. But gosh,
I
wow.
really should.
Yeah, yeah, that's no doubt. You really should.
Because I
Oh man.
even have 15 on my Steam account. I never opened it
Oh no. Okay, one day, hopefully one day you get to.
up.
Actually, that reminds me, you haven't even played. Have you played Chrono Trigger yet? You still haven't. Oh my gosh, gosh. Have any of your community members told you you gotta stop and play those games?
Well, they might hear now.
Oh my gosh. You would I think you would love those games in the sense of like what inspires a lot of, what you're playing and the future of
Yeah.
RPGs and stuff like that. I think in that regard you would love those games.
I
Um
yeah, that's one of the things on my bucket list. I should be playing it.
mhm.
It's just I never got around to it.
That's understandable. That's understandable. Especially with the later Final Fantasies cuz they get really long. So,
Yeah.
yeah, once you're looking 8 and onward can be up
Hmm.
towards of like 30, 40, 50 hours. So, it's
That's
understandable.
that's a lot.
Yeah, it can be a lot. Final Fantasy 7 too, though I don't know, I tend to beat that one in like 24 now, but it can be a big
Oh wow.
game. The older ones though, if there was any recommendation, I would say other than Chrono Trigger
Hmm.
is Final Fantasy 6.
Final Fantasy 6.
Yeah, in my opinion, that would be a must play.
Which character does that have again?
That's the one that actually has an ensemble cast. So the main character you see on the screen is going to be the girl in the Magitech armor. So that's Terra.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But the main characters, there is no real main character.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah. That's a
That's
good one. It's very unique in its storytelling and style, and it's a
mm,
nearly perfect game. It's really good.
okay.
Yeah.
That's where Kefka is.
Yep, and that's where Kefka's from. That's where Phantom
Okay.
Train's from. Yeah, you get to suplex that train in the game. Just
What?
quick spoiler. Yeah, it's dope. It's dope. Yeah, you'll see it if you ever
Oh,
get to play it. But
that's
yeah,
cool.
I highly recommend one day you sit down and just enjoy that game for what it is.
I'll probably play Chrono Trigger off stream, if anything, just to
That
enjoy
too.
it.
That too. That one I love because it's very lighthearted in the sense of its
Hmm.
time travel and stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's really good. It's really good. Okay, do you have do you have any like future video games that you're excited about?
Pokemon Snap.
Oh, that's soon. Soon.
That's
Like May or something?
around May.
Okay. Okay. Ooh, do you recommend anyone getting into that who's not like who hasn't got into the previous one? Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. I've only
I
heard good things.
I'm not too sure how many Pokemon they're gonna be adding,
Mm,
but I mean, just from the sheer happiness that I felt when I was playing it as a kid,
yeah.
it's gonna be really awesome. I'm sure a lot of people that wanna get into photography or have some sort of like, if they like screenshots, they're gonna like it.
Ooh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I hear that. Okay, I will definitely get into it because I never got into the N64 Pokemon Snap.
Mm-hmm.
And there was another Pokemon game that was big on there too. I
Hey,
forgot.
you Pikachu.
I think was it that one?
I don't think it's that one. That was a
That was
frustrating experience.
okay. I don't even remember that. Oh, you get to talk to Pikachu, I believe, in that one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe not that one. Maybe not
Yeah,
that one.
probably not. It's Pokemon Stadium.
Oh, that's what it was. Pokemon Stadium. Pokemon
Mm-hmm.
Stadium and Snap were the big ones.
Yeah.
But yeah, apparently a lot of people have a fondness for Snap. So, I'll get into
Mm-hmm.
that too. Are you going to stream it?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah. Actually, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Cuz I know right now you only stream Final Fantasy 14. Do you also stream Minecraft by any chance?
uh, nah, just because of the lagginess and whatnot.
I see.
And it's more of like a private server too.
Oh,
Um,
understandable.
but I do stream Hades because that's a really great game.
Yeah, that game's awesome, right? Did you
Mm-hmm.
beat it yet?
Have not yet. I keep dying.
Me neither. Yeah. Same here. That's understandable.
Yeah, but it's great though, because in that game, it's even though you die a lot,
Hmm.
it's just every time you come back to the very beginning, the starter area, it's like a whole new experience, new dialogue. So I'm always looking forward to something, even though I'm dying.
For sure. Yeah, because
Yeah,
it builds up on the story every time.
yeah.
That's
So I
true.
like how they did that.
Nice, nice. Well, okay. Other than games, was it MMORPGs? Are there any in particular that you're excited for? Maybe this year or next year, or next 2 years, depending.
Hmm.
There's a
Not
few.
oh, because I actually have not kept track of what's coming out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Gotcha, gotcha.
but what are the new MMOs? Is that if I can ask that?
Well, the ones I know of that, or at least the two that are big in my mind that are going to be released, is
Mm-hmm.
New World.
Oh,
Um,
right.
yeah, that was supposed to be summertime. That was supposed to be May actually. I don't know if they changed the date on that. But New
Mm-hmm.
World was a big one, and the other one, which I think you and I both are going to be playing since it'll be free,
Oh,
Fantasy Star.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I totally forgot about that.
Yeah. That's literally the game I'm waiting for. That's probably my number one game right now is Fantasy Star. I'm super hyped for that one.
Yeah,
New
the
generations.
graphics and everything.
Yeah, it's gonna be a much more open world map. Like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's gonna be way more MMO like. Um,
I thought that they were coming out the like early January. Maybe they changed that.
Yeah, they did. It was. I remember a lot of people were thinking it would be like early January, February, but it seemed to have been pushed back with not a
Ah,
definitive date. So we're
yeah.
hoping first half of the year.
Hopefully,
Yeah.
because I know there's still quite a bit of people that do play it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that.
Well, from my community.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Have you been playing it recently? The Fantasy Star on the current Fantasy Star online too?
Uh, no, I actually just been focusing on 14 for now,
For sure.
and because juggling two MMOs is, I know some people can do it, but I can't anymore.
Yeah, it's a lot. Yeah,
Yeah.
especially PSO2 is very involved in its combat and what you have to do there, and yeah, Final Fantasy 14 is its own beast, so that's understandable.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah.
totally, I got you on that. Well,
Yeah, my
yeah.
playstyle is pretty chill, so I like to chill a lot in Final Fantasy.
Mm-hmm. For sure. Well, cool. Well, you know what? That's pretty dope. I was gonna say, pretty much from here we're gonna call it for the most part.
B.
Everything's been good. Thank you so much for coming on, Rachel. I appreciate
Oh,
it.
thank you for allowing me to be on here. I
Okay.
appreciate it.
Well, while we close down, let me ask, what do you have going on coming in your future in the world of content creation?
Uh, I would say it's more so, honestly, more on community building.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say, like, it doesn't really matter what game I play. Um, it's just so far lately, from what I've seen from people that I've been talking to, it's just we've been having each other's backs throughout this whole pandemic, and honestly, I just like how the support, like whatever we're feeling down, we have each other's backs. Whatever we're playing, like we're supportive of each other's screenshots too, if
Mm-hmm.
anything.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just I want to say, yeah, I just want to say we're gonna be building on that a lot more throughout this year, like more on friendships, pretty much.
Hell yeah! Awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, great. Well, where can everyone reach you at?
They can actually reach me on, well, first of all, on Twitch, Arsibra, twitch.tv/Arsibra,
Mhm.
Arsibra. Um, Other than that, they can go to my Discord. If anything, it's in the panels on my Twitch channel. They can reach me on Twitter. Sometimes I go on there to browse like how everybody's doing
Mhm.
and everybody else that's in content creation.
Mhm.
But otherwise, those are the main two things practically.
Awesome. Awesome. Great. Well, for everyone who's
Thanks,
been
Real.
on here and kicking it, appreciate y'all. Thank you so much for coming through and kicking it, and vibing on the podcast, of course. Definitely catch Arsibra on her channel, and you know what? My name is Rel. I'll be signing out. Thank you all so much. I'll talk to y'all later.
Bye.
Later.